Hey guys, welcome back. Today I wanted to do a mail day for some cards that I got in the mail this week, and then also do a market watch. I'm going to switch it over to my desk screen to show you what I picked up. And there will be a lot of stuff showing up on Monday. I was hoping that it would be here in time for this weekend, but yeah, but I'll let you know next week what we got. So for the first thing, I picked up the Dynamorphia deck and just got it in yesterday. For what I picked up, I got the Dynamorphia Theresia and domains. Unfortunately, this seller only had one domain, so the other two are coming in the mail, but super good card. And then because I opened Battle of Chaos, I already had these, some of these cards that I'm going to be playing in the deck. Whenever we do get the new set, I will make sure to do a full deck profile, because I'm actually waiting on not only the that new set, which I can never remember offhand, but it's the next booster set. But I also need the structure deck for Abaz to come out. Let's see. I also picked up these, which is super important for the Dynamorphia strategy. And then I had one of these and then ordered two more. But you can get these, all of this, for like extremely cheap, especially if you can find a seller that has all of these commons that you need, because it just reduces your shipping cost by so much. I always recommend that you, even if you have to pay a little bit more for your secret rares, it's worth it if that seller has all of the common cards that you need as well, and super rares, because it can get really expensive if you're ordering everything piecemeal with, you know, $1 shipping here, there, and everywhere. But yeah, I would pick these up while you can. And then these ultra rares are like 90 cents each. They look amazing, and it is basically like Albion for this deck, where you can banish one of your, say, your domain from your graveyard to fusion summon a nether monster by sending the materials from your deck. And then when we get the new set, we'll have another fusion trap card that lets you send cards from your extra deck or hand to fusion summon, which is just really good. And that's why, so I think I'm probably going to play Extravagance in this deck, or Prosperity. We'll see. I don't want to have to spend the money on Prosperities, but if the only thing is, it doesn't matter with your Dynamorphia cards if you play Extravagance, because you're playing 3 copies of all of them. But for your branded cards, like playing Albion and Masquerade and Dragoon, like, you don't want to banish those. So I mean, there's no way I'm playing 3 Dragoons. That's just ridiculous. But I just wanted to showcase that this is a deck that I'm currently working on getting together. I think that it is definitely an interesting deck, and I think it's going to be extremely budget, and you don't have to play the branded version of it. There's actually a few versions. The 2 expensive ones, branded actually is really not too expensive because of the structure deck. The only card that's going to cost you money is Dragoon, which is, you know, around the 110 range, unless you can find it from someone at locals for cheaper. But yeah, even with playing Dragoon, it's still a fairly cheap deck. But even pure, you could play this as like a trap deck if you wanted to. And then the other options is, which I'm playing kind of a small package of this. Well, these of course are good in this deck, but I already had these. I'm gonna put that back in here. But playing like some of the Dino cards are really good, like Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, and then, you know, you can play ways to get to this card as well. So if you wanted to focus on just making this big body to win, you could also do that for sure. But yeah, I still play 1 copy, because if you draw it like later in the game, it's pretty good. And there's no, like, I don't play a way to easily get to it, but I also don't care if I see it or not. It doesn't really matter, but if you do see it, it's like, oh, cool. And then the other things that I got in the mail is I ordered 2 Ice Dragon Prison ultra rare out of the original set. I also got 3 super rare super quantum red layers from OTS pack 14. This is just super good in Infernoble or any kind of fire strategy. Or really it can be good in other things too, because if you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. And then the other 2 effects are you can only use each of the following effects of super quantum red layer once per turn. When this card is normal or special summon, you can target 1 super quantum card in the graveyard, add to your hand. That's not really too relevant unless you're playing like a super quantum package. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 super quant monster in your graveyard, except this card special summon it, but it cannot activate its effects. So yeah, like I said, that its other effects aren't too relevant, but just being a level 5 extender is pretty good. And this card does come back here and there. But yeah, I think these were like 75 cents. So I just thought good pickup. Usually any super rares that are decent out of the OTS pack is just always a good pickup. I also got a magnificent map. I should have more of these coming in. I think I ordered a playset of this and this, just this particular seller had both of these, so I ordered them from them. I think we will see these go up once we see Ghosts from the Past 2 come out, because we're going to get the most expensive card being Reza reprinted, and that will probably be a few dollars. So maybe like $5 to $8, but that'll shift a lot of the value in the deck to some of these other higher rarity cards. I also got a Macrocosmos from Legendary Collection GX first edition. Just a super good card. I am going to play this within S-Force. Maybe not. Probably not going to play the deck, but it is going to be part of that deck. Occasionally when I play like somebody at locals, like I bring like multiple decks, not for the actual tournament, but if I drop out of the tournament or before the tournament, like I'll just like to play casual games. So it is nice to have other decks put together. And then I also got 3 Cypher and Gear Gamma gold rares. I think I do have more of these coming in. I have to check. It's either these or Ghost Mourners. I know I ordered Ghost Mourners too, but I think I got a ton of Ghost Mourners coming that are gold rares. This one I actually pulled, but I think I ordered 8 of these and then just a playset of the other gold regular artwork. But these are like 90 cents right now, but I think they are moving up. I think a lot of people are starting to look at Ghost Mourner. I think this artwork is actually pretty cool, even though I'm not a big fan of gold rare. I just really wanted to have a few of the alternative arts. But yeah, I think that Ghost Mourner will start seeing a lot of attention probably the next few months. Just as a good option. I honestly think it's better than Effect Failure, depending on format, of course, but we're not really seeing normal summons being a big deal, which is the only reason you would play Effect Failure over, say, Ghost Mourner. But Ghost Mourner to me is just it's just a little bit better. But yeah, that's all of the cards that I picked up this week that have showed up at least. And then I also wanted to point out Frightfur Patchwork, because that is actually going to be part of our market watch. I did have a Frightfur deck at one point, but I also opened quite a bit of dual power. So I found 4 of these in my bulk box, which I swear like more and more every time I'm like looking through the market, I just remember that I have like something that's now worth $5 to $6. These are going up quite a bit. They were around 2 to 3 this week, but now they're kind of getting into that $5 range. It's just a really, really good card for branded strategies, being able to search a polymerization and a edge imp so that you can fuse into your Guardian Chimera. But yeah, I would look and see if you have these or not. I mean, if you're going to play them, like I probably wouldn't sell them, but I'm not going to be playing Frightfur Patchwork, so I will most likely be selling these. I might just kind of hold on to them for a little bit though, because I think that they could go up a little bit more in price. Hopefully the target would be like $8 to sell these for, but we will see. Other than that, we can go ahead and get into the market watch, because I don't have any of the cards that I want to look at that I got in the mail that I know of. I think there are a few other things that I got that are just sitting in deck. So I did get my retroactives in for S-Force as well, but that's not really that big of a deal. Let me switch to the other camera, and then I'll share my screen. We can go over the market watch. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Okay, so my first card is Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. This got reprinted in the Brothers of Legend, I believe, as an ultra rare, but this card was going for around $7 to $8, maybe even up to 10 not long ago. As you can see here, the market price, towards the end of the last year was $10. And we got the reprint. It's down quite a bit. You can get playset for around $2.15 per copy. I just personally ordered a few of these. I just think, yeah, definitely pick these up because this is just a super good card, especially playing kaijus in your deck, which I think is just a good budget interruption. But yeah, these look amazing, and I think that these will creep back up towards that 6 to 7 range over time, especially since this is from Heroes Revenge. Next, I wanted to check in on the Light Hex-Sealed Fusion. I think when I talked about this last week, there were still copies for around $4 to $4.50. And I think when I checked earlier today, they had gone up. So first verified is $6 for Near Mint Unlimited. Kind of want to see what the first editions are doing. So $7 on the first edition. I picked mine up for $4.50 for late play first edition on, I guess, Thursday or Friday. I can't remember which day. But yeah, these are moving up for sure. And if I wouldn't rely on this getting reprinted because, I mean, there's a good chance that it could. But at the same time, like it could just miss reprints, and this will disappear the moment we find out that this isn't getting reprinted. So keep your eye on this card. 1 second. There we go. Despian Quartus. Just wanted to point out that this card is now a $20 card. Yeah, this is basically with shipping. You're looking at 20, and then we're at $21. Yeah, there's not going to be a reprint of this anytime soon, most likely. So unfortunately, if you're going to be playing this card, you're kind of going to have to pay $20. And this was available for a long time between $4 and $8. So hopefully, if you were going to play this deck, you looked ahead and picked it up. But honestly, if you're not playing this deck, I would be selling these as fast as you can, because that's just a super high price point for this card. Okay, next I want to take a look at Speed Duel Battle City Box. We're seeing a lot of these cards disappear. If you look at Reinforcement of the Army, we're down to 8 copies, up to about $24. Dark Paladin too, only 12 copies. If you want this card, I would get it soon. $13 still is not really bad at all. Cosmic Cyclone is just completely gone. There's only 1 copy left. And I think the reason, like, you might be thinking, well, there's, the Dark Illusion, and I agree with you. This shouldn't be more than a Dark Illusion, but the thing is like, if you want to play speed duels, this is the highest rarity Cosmic Cyclone that's legal for speed duels. So I understand why this is as expensive as it is. Yeah, I just wanted to point this out because to me that's pretty great. So I do have a play set of these, fortunately, because to me they are the best looking secret rare. I don't know what it is about speed duel secret rares. They just look really clean. And then also Foolish Burial is almost gone too. I think there's 7 copies left. And you're looking at, right here, we have $13 with shipping. And then we're at 15. I have mine listed for 14. But yeah, then it's up to 20. I do like this version. I just have the Legendary Collection Joey's World Secret Rare first edition, which, I don't need 2 secret rares. So, I mean, if it's going to sell for 15, I'd say why not? And my thinking is I would rather go ahead and sell this version. And then I want to pick up the Lost Art version, pay a couple extra bucks and get the Lost Art, because that's my favorite version. I'm sad that I sold it, but I did sell it because at one point it hit like $28. And then I sold it then, and then I just kind of keep forgetting to pick it back up, but that is my favorite version for sure. Cypher and Gear Gamma, like, we're back to seeing these disappear. Hopefully you've got yours at this point, because pretty much all versions are $5 and above. The ultra rare, you have one for 30. People might think that's high. I honestly don't think 30 is too bad for this card. And then, you know, you're kind of bottoming out here at like 35 to 40. 40 is a little high, I'll be honest, but I don't think that it's crazy. I think $60 for this card is crazy, but I would still pay 30 for this card. I paid 25 for mine. And honestly, it might be one of my favorite ultra rares. Just a super clean looking ultra rare. But looking at other versions, the rares are, I think, 350. And these are starting to disappear. So you can get, see, now it's really actually a 425 for a rare. But there's plenty of copies here. It's, you know, we have 120 listings, but you have some sellers here with, you know, hundreds of these. So, you know, you have some time to pick them up. But if you want a holo version, it's, you know, those are starting to disappear. So for the super rares, there's 33 listings, and market price is probably back towards that 8 to 9 range. Let's see, 745 for a light play with 2 copies. This was like a $6 card a couple days ago. Dabbers, which I kind of try to stay away from them, honestly, because their light play to me has not been the best in the past. They do have a play set if you want to risk it for 775. And then it looks like near mints are going to be much higher. Near mints are, oh wow, so we're kind of heading into the $10 range. I guess this guy has them for 9. I hate when people do the whole picture thing. It looks like he has a couple of them actually, because he's got a few picture listings. Okay, so yeah, those are English, so that's fine. It's just a little confusing when people take pictures. I always just assume that it's a foreign version, and they're trying to be sneaky, but that doesn't seem to be the case here. So that's around $8 to $9 for a copy. And then the gold rares, which I said to pick up, they're kind of going up a little bit. I think last week they were around 375, going up to 395, and now we're seeing them bottom out kind of more towards that $5 range. But there are still a few available single copies for like around 420 to 450. And Gamer's Choice does have over 600 copies. So if you wanted to spend $5 each, then or if that's okay with you, then you probably have some time. But after that wall is gone, it'll probably start moving pretty quickly. Yeah, it's just kind of in the 5 range. But yeah, hopefully you already picked them up when it was like 375, because this will definitely just continue to inch on up, probably into that $7 range. Okay, moving on. Chaos Creator, I picked up an Unlim, one of these, and it should come in Monday, and I'll show it when I get it. But I just wanted to note that there's only a few copies here before we kind of go up to 75 for the Unlims. So if you want to save 15 bucks, if you really want this card, I would maybe get it. And then we'll go over first edition if that's something that you want. Near mint is 115 for first edition. And we'll see, it kind of goes up to like 130. And then up to 145, and then, you know, the bottom of the next page. I think that this is probably the safest way to go. If you want to get on them, like I would say, I don't think that it matters too much here. Like it's gonna be about half the price. Will the first editions move quicker? Yes, for sure. They'll definitely gain value quicker. But I think that there's still kind of a huge slot between the Unlims and the first editions. And the reprint set only came out like a couple months later, so it's not like there's that big of a time difference. I get people want the first edition stamp, I do too, but for half the price, I would rather just get the Unlim and just have the card. But the ultra rares are $20 as well. Hopefully it looks pretty cool. I'm excited to get it. Next is Frightfur Patchwork from Dual Power. Like I said, I'll refresh this real quick. I've dig these out of my bulk. And these are definitely moving up. Also to note, if you have the Soul Fusion rares, they're also around $3. But we have one copy here for $4, and then we bottom out to 5 here, but not really any play sets until you get to 6. So I'm pretty confident I could sell this for, at least $5, saying that I have 4 copies. Yeah, we kind of bottom out with the large stacks here around $8. So yeah, I'm pretty confident I can get $8 for mine if I wait a little bit. Usually I try to like undercut these people by a little bit, so I would usually probably list them up for like $7.50 or something. But yeah, pretty crazy to see this card have value. I haven't seen this card over $1 in a long time. I guess it has been a little bit over $1 for a while, but like $1.50. But yeah, I guess if you have these, definitely start looking to pull them out of your bulk and have them ready to sell. And then for the giveaway that we're doing, I will probably be picking the winner, I guess Wednesday. Tuesday I'll be out of town for work, so probably Wednesday is when I'll do the announcement, or draw the winner, because I just want to give people a little bit of time in case they just haven't had a chance to watch the videos yet, so that everybody has a decent chance of winning. But thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I will see you next week.